Now, there can be a lighter side to politics as well. We're done nerding out about some of our local races because one of the things that we get to enjoy this week, The Daily Show with Trevor Noah gearing up for Election Day in one of the most important battleground states right now, Georgia.
Yeah, the award-winning comedy show will be recording from Atlanta for their on-the-ground coverage of the midterms there. So joining us live with a sneak peek of their election shenanigans are comedians and Daily Show correspondents Roy Wood Jr. and Dulce Sloan. Good morning to you both.
Hello.
Hello. Great to see you
Good
both.
morning.
All right. It is nice to always, yeah, obviously politics and midterms elections, you know, they are a serious issue, but it's nice to be able to put a positive spin or at least just crack a joke or two to bring some brevity to this time. What can we expect from the Vote-demic 2022 midterm election coverage of yours?
2022.
Vote-demic.
What do you guys have in store for us?
We are covering democracy. You know, there's nothing happening in Georgia that isn't happening in most other parts of the country. So we're here to try and make sense of those issues, be it guns or women's rights or CRT or voter gerrymandering. We wish that they had legalized that marijuana like y'all got up there in Portland. That's a whole separate
We were ahead of the curve here on the West Coast.
We were.
Yes, y'all were. Voodoo Donuts was right there waiting for y'all to start doing the weed.
That's why the lines are always so long at 3 a.m. Of course, of course.
That's hysterical.
But that's what we're doing down here.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot to dig into. You know, my question for you guys, to Travis's point, politics can get very serious, and we've seen some issues recently. I mean, you go back to January 6th and work your way forward that have been no laughing matter, right? With some of this stuff getting so serious, is it getting harder for you guys to be out on the ground and kind of find those moments of levity in some of this coverage?
I think, this is something that has always had to be done. You know, you can look at January 6th, or you can look at, you know, any other crazy political moment that has happened. This is something that the show's been doing for over 25 years. And this is something that comedians have been doing since the beginning of time. You know, your jester was the only one in court that could, you know, make fun of the king, or, you know, people say the speak truth to power kind of situation. But I think that this is something that people have always done, to be able to take the situation, you know, when you look at the pandemic and just online, just seeing people like, okay, we're dealing with this traumatic thing, how do we talk about it?
Yeah.
And so people give the pandemic different, just something that I would see on like Black Twitter. It's like, oh, y'all, we're in a panty dropper, we're in a Panasonic, we're in a Pandora, we're in a Panorama. And so just being able, which is one of my favorite things, I made up my own, we're in a Pan Dulce. So
there you go.
Right. So this is something that people have always done.
Yeah.
To try to take a situation that is scary and that is upsetting and that is unsettling and uncertain and gone, okay, let me process this information with humor and see how we can come to a place of better understanding of it.
That you kind of, maybe that's part of the answer to this question I had as you were explaining that, but how important is it to be able to bring that kind of satire to such serious issues? Is it exactly that, to be able to kind of humanize it and bring people together?
Yeah, if you can't laugh at it, there are a lot of issues in this country that if you cannot laugh at it, then it is harder to process it and accept it as truth. And so, you know, that's what we try to do. I think the thing that really is the most frustrating about, you know, at least as a correspondent, is that there's so many other issues where it's harder to get to the core of what's happening because it is so terrible, you know, and there sometimes is not anything funny about it, at least when the issue is first breached. And maybe over time you can find humor in the causation of the problem or the solution to the problem, but the actual issue itself, those are becoming harder and harder to find jokes about. You know, when you talk about women's rights and healthcare for women, it's not funny. It's not something that you can really just go, hey, I chuckle. But if you can find humor in how we can get through it and figuring out the how, then I think that's the sweet spot. And I think that's what The Daily Show is able to do, that, you know, a lot of other shows aren't able to accomplish. And so
Yeah.
it's cool to at least be able to be communal, in front of a live audience in Atlanta and, be happy together about stuff you should be sad about. And also chicken wings and strip clubs.
Are you talking about Atlanta or are you talking about Portland?
Yeah, it's like,
the
those
same could be
both,
said of
baby.
either city.
Either one.
So, hey, after the
I heard a lot
midterms,
about y'all strip clubs.
after the midterms, you can come hang out with us and we'll go to Voodoo Donuts. It'll be great.
Oh,
Roy,
man.
Dulce, you guys, thank you so much for joining us this morning. The Daily Show has always walked that line so
Yes,
beautifully
very, very
between,
well.
that satire, and it just makes you think. So good luck. I know it's going to be a long week, but of course, check out the Daily Show's election coverage from Georgia starting tonight at 11 p.m. You can catch all the action in Atlanta through November 3rd on Comedy Central. You can also stream their show on Paramount Plus.